Hi, I'm James Barfield with Your Urban Connection. This is a channel that is often imitated but never duplicated. So I want to talk about the Wichita police officers and sheriff's officers engaging in racist, sexist behavior. Now, this case began in late 2020, and it involved several officers of the Wichita Police Department and at least 3 officers of the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office participating in text messages that were certainly degrading, derogatory, and inexcusable. This type of behavior was targeting African Americans, LGBT members, women, and others. Now, this behavior was tolerated and accepted by the higher ups in the Wichita Police Department and to a limited extent by the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office. Now, let me just say this. As taxpayers in the city of Wichita, in the county of Sedgwick, in the state of Kansas, we ask for and feel entitled to 2 things from our elected officials and their subordinates. Those 2 things are, number 1, transparency, and number 2, accountability. And I don't feel that that is too much to ask nor expect from our elected officials and the people that they are in charge of, as in this case, the city manager, who certainly is in charge of the Wichita Police Department. And right now, we've got a situation that has caused embarrassment, not only to the city of Wichita, not only to the police department in Wichita, not only to the citizens in Wichita, but also the entire state of Kansas citizens. Now, to be sure, today, as I record this video, everybody in Wichita is talking about this, except the city manager and the interim Wichita police chief. They're the only ones that are not talking about this. Even the mayor has had some comments about this, only to be told by the city staff to withhold and reserve any comments that he might have. That's not transparency, ladies and gentlemen. That's not accountability. Now, let me say this. There is absolutely no reason why any one of these officers that participated in this inexcusable behavior should be working in law enforcement in anywhere in the state of Kansas, or no any other state for that matter. So the question has to be asked, why the hell is the Wichita Police Department still having one of these people that participated in this still an employee of the Wichita City Police Department? Something is wrong with this picture. They want to say they can't talk about it because it's under investigation. Well, this happened in 2020. You've known about this since at least 2021. You're telling me that now, just because 2 days ago a reporter began asking questions, you just started an investigation? Now there are reports that this information, even though it was known to the Wichita Police Department over 1.5 years ago, they withheld it and only brought this to the attention of the district attorney a few days ago. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The DA is brought in when you want to file criminal charges or you want to have him investigate for criminal charges. You don't need a DA's approval to fire someone that involves themselves in this kind of behavior. To bring this kind of embarrassment on your police department, on your city. This is a firing offense anywhere else, but apparently in the city of Wichita. Now, let me say, much to his credit, none of the sheriff's deputies that were involved in this are any longer employed by the Sedgwick County. However, I must say, even these officers did not receive any punishment for their behavior. They resigned or retired early. In my estimation, those that retired did so to protect their pension. The other one, who resigned rather than face a certain firing, has not been punished. None of these officers on the city police department nor the sheriff's office have been punished for their, I'm going to say crimes. Some might not say it, but it is a violation of the policies of both the sheriff's office and also the Wichita Police Department. Those are firing offenses. But these officers have not faced any kind of punishment. That's not good enough for me. Maybe for some of you it is. That's not good enough for me. And when questioned about it, the city manager and the interim police chief refused to talk about it. That's not transparency, ladies and gentlemen. That's not what we spend our tax dollars for. We expect some accountability. We expect to be told, without the reporters having to uncover this, we expect to be told what these department heads knew and refused to open up to the public. Not even their own Citizens Review Board knew the truth about these incidents. But we expect and we demand better than that. We didn't get transparency from the Wichita Police Department. We didn't get transparency from the Sheriff's Department. And we didn't get transparency from the Citizens Review Board. So is this all a facade? Is the Citizens Review Board just an instrument in name only with no effectiveness? I've told you before. I've said many times before. These review boards have no authority, they have no power, and they have no resources. A Citizens Review Board without the power of a subpoena is basically worthless, as are most of these advisory boards and task force. It's just to appease us. And now we see that what I've been saying all along is coming to fruition. So how long do you think you can get away with this? I'm speaking primarily to the elected officials at the city level. I'm speaking primarily to the city manager. I'm speaking primarily to the interim police chief. Now, granted, this didn't happen on his watch. But in spite of that, now that this has been uncovered and is out before the public, including the names of the officers who they refuse to provide us, now that those names have been exposed by this media, How long do you expect that we will put up with this? No comment. We don't address this. We don't want to talk about this. We want to continue to sweep this under the rug. I'm sorry, it's too late for that. Time has passed for that. The genie is out of the bottle. Address it truthfully and honestly. Be upfront with us. We are adults after all. We can take it. We've dealt with it before. And I tell you what, if you continue to refuse to talk about this, if you continue to refuse to be transparent, and if you continue to withhold accountability from the public, we're going to be facing this music again sooner rather than later. So, Mr. City Manager, Interim Police Chief, Mr. Lynn Moore, come on, fellas. We expect more, we demand more, and you can do more, and you can do better. I'm James Barfield, your Urban Connection. Have a good day.